Hey guys, and welcome back to Hiking to the Sunset. Today I just wanted to take a couple minutes and show you my technique for hanging my food at night while backpacking and hiking. There's a few important reasons that you need to know how to do this. One is bear safety. You want to hang your food a proper amount of distance away from your camp to try to not, bring any bears into your camp. And we're on the East Coast here, so we only have black bears to worry about, but it's still important to practice good bear safety when you're out there. And the next reason is for small critters. There's a lot of little animals out here on the trail that would love to get into your food, chew into your food bag, get into your food, possibly eat some of your food while you're out on a long hike, and we don't want any of that happening. So today I'm going to teach you the PCT style for hanging your food, hanging a bear bag. It's really easy. You only need to know a couple things, and I'm going to teach you that in this video. All you need for the PCT hang is a food bag. Here I have this Z-Pex food bag. It works well for me. Light AF. Makes them. People use Sea to Summit bags. You can use the cheap waterproof bags from Walmart. Whatever you have, it really doesn't matter. You'll need some line. This is the Lawson Bear line. It's got a glossy coating on it, which helps it slide over the tree branches easily. 50 feet's a good length. I think 50 feet will work for most applications. You'll need a carabiner. This is just a mini lightweight carabiner. And then I also have a toggle on here, which you don't need one of these. You can use a tree branch. And then I also have a rock bag. If I take some rocks, put it in here to throw over the trees. You don't need this, but it's also a nice place to put your line back in. Put it all back in your food bag so you make sure you're not losing anything while you're out here on the trail. Now that we have the items that we need, we're going to pick out a branch that we're going to put our line over. When I'm picking out a branch, I just scope out the area, try to find, one of the tree branches that is sticking out sideways. Decent size. This isn't always going to be perfect. Sometimes you're just going to have to make do with what you can find. Coming through, checking the trees, trying to see if I could find a branch that's going to work. And this branch right here, see how it's sticking out to the side, goes out a decent way from the tree. Looks like it can support the weight of our food bag. So this branch will work for demonstration purposes, so we'll use this branch here. Now we need to get our line up over the trees. There's two main ways that you can do this. One way, you can just use a tree branch, break off just a little piece like this. Take the end of your line. It's going to have a little loop on here. Usually I'll just pass the line right through there. Create a little loop like that. And tighten it down. And now you can throw that over the tree. I do that sometimes. Or if you have a rock bag like this, just grab a couple rocks, stick them in your rock bag, close it up. Take your toggle, your carabiner, latch it around the loop in the rope, latch it around your rock bag. Now you can toss this up over the tree branch. That's how I do it the majority of the time. Sometimes you can't find rocks to use. You could scoop up a bunch of dirt, put it in here. Whatever gets the job done. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this. One thing I like to do before I go to throw my line over the tree is take the other end of my line and I just tie a little knot around usually my ankle, because you don't want to throw this up over the tree. Possibly you overshoot the branch you're going for. It keeps going too far, catches some other branches, gets stuck up in the tree, and before you know it, you can't get to your food bag line. That's something that can happen, so I try to tie the end around my ankle just to prevent that from happening. So then I'll just throw this up over the branch. It might take a couple tries. It can be frustrating sometimes, but you get it done. Now this is a perfect example. I'm glad that this happened. So my line, as it was coming up off the ground, got caught up in a bunch of knots, and it wasn't even knotted when it went to go up. So if this wasn't tied around my ankle here, there's a possibility that I could have lost my food bag line. But, you know, I pulled it, the knots came out, so it wasn't a problem, but that was just an example. So now, the other side dropped down here. So our line's suspended up over the tree, came back down, and we're good. We have our line up over the tree now. Just take this rock bag off, untie it off the edge, off my ankle. Now just take your carabiner and run the other side of this line back through the carabiner. Just like that, real simple. Take your food bag, clip onto it. Okay. Now that we have that ran through, once you start pulling this side, you have a pulley system here. So you just start pulling down. As you're pulling down, that's gonna start raising your food bag up into the tree. Now, when you have your food bag suspended, pull it down as far as you can on this. Your food bag's as high up as it can go in the tree. You want to reach up on this line as high as you can reach and do this. For this video, I'm gonna do it a little lower so I can show you guys. So you're gonna take this line, make a loop. Pretty much if you just grab a hold of it, you know, twist it, make sure that this line's coming back over itself. Hold it right here, and then just reach through, grab a hold of this. So I usually stick my fingers through there like that, and that forms the knot. That's what's gonna hold your toggle. And then you can either use a tree branch, you can slide that through here. I have a toggle that I normally use, and I think this is a little better than the tree branch because this comes out of this knot a lot easier. Tree branch gets stuck sometimes. Stick that in there, and then just let the knot come down on your toggle. And now that's holding, that's not going anywhere. But as you can see, I can still get my toggle out of here when I'm ready to get my food down. So then you just release, start releasing your line. It's gonna go up, and your toggle's gonna catch on the food bag, and now your food bag's suspended in the tree. It's far enough away from the main trunk of the tree that animals are gonna have a hard time reaching out to get to it. And it's also far enough down from the branch that nothing's gonna get to it, and high enough off the ground that nothing can get to it. Now this tree branch that I'm using today, it's a little bit low. You know, if I'm out there trying to do a really good hang, I'll try to find a branch that's a little bit higher, but for demonstration purposes today, this is still okay. You know, if you're thinking, for an animal to get to that, they're gonna have to be, I don't even know, 14 foot tall, more, you know, because I'm almost 6 foot, another couple feet from my arms, and that's still well out of my reach. There's nothing around here that's gonna be able to get to that bag. When you wanna get your food back down the next day, just grab a hold of it, pull down on your line, toggles here. You just pull it out, comes right out, no knots in your line, down comes your food. And when you're pulling your line out of the tree, I usually leave this carabiner attached. Just pull from that side, pull the side that doesn't have anything on it up over the tree. That way it doesn't get tangled up there. And that's all there is to it, guys. It's really not hard, it's really not complicated. It might take you a few tries to get it. It might seem a little bit difficult at first, but once you do it a couple times, it's really not gonna be a big deal. One last tip that I do wanna give to you is, once you get to camp, get camp set up, you know, get your tent, your hammock, whatever shelter system you're using, get that all squared away, secured. And then one of the first things that I do, and I think that you should do when you get to camp, is get your line, find your tree and get your line over the tree. And then you don't have to worry about it. If you wait too long to do this, you know, and it starts getting dark, it can suck sometimes. Trying to find a tree as it's getting dark, or if it's dark, you know, find your tree, get your line over it, and then you don't have to worry about it. When you're done with dinner, you're getting ready to settle in for the night, then you can just go to your line and put your food up and you'll be good to go. And line, get a reflective line. When you're waking up, you know, sometimes before the sun comes up, you know, and it's really hard to see. When you're shining your headlamp, shines on this, it's gonna reflect and make it a lot easier to find. If you don't have a reflective line, it's gonna be really hard to find it sometimes, especially if you have it a little ways away from where you're camped at. So just get the reflective line and you shouldn't have any problems with that. So I hope this video was informative, gave you some pointers on getting your food bag hung. There's really nothing to it. Just have to do it a couple times and it won't be a problem for you. So until next time, guys, get out and explore. Now we have a little pulley system here. Pull it, slide your food bag. Oh, okay. That wasn't the branch I was using.
Lord, please don't give me a concussion.
Oh my God. All right.